The lush highlands of Western Kenya are the breeding grounds of Kenya's athletes. Some of the athletes who grew up here have made their mark on the international scene in events ranging from marathons to the Olympics.
One would therefore be forgiven for assuming that this man is yet another aspiring athlete, a future champion training for an international race.
However, a closer look reveals that this man is not a budding athlete. He is none other than the legendary Kipchoge Keino, who dominated the middle distance races in Africa as well as at the Olympic and Commonwealth Games for a decade.
One of Africa's most famous athletes, Kipchoge Keino, or Kip for short, loves to crank up his old diesel generator and show inquiring visitors what he considers his most memorable race, the 1,500-meter finals at the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico City, where he won the gold medal and set a new world record.
I'm now ahead of the other one by 20 meters. And Jim Ryan and a group are coming from behind. And that's the finishing lap, the finishing kick. I'm winning the event. That is it.
Kip's next exploit was at the Olympic Games in Munich in 1972.
At the Munich Olympics, Kip won a gold medal in the 3,000-meter steeplechase against very steep competition in a dramatic finish.
Kip also won a silver medal in the 1,500-meter finals.
Kip went on to win athletic trophies and awards in virtually all parts of the world, from the Americas to Australia, from Scandinavia to Asia and Africa.
Kip met some of the world's most powerful people, received many citations, and was made honorary citizen of several cities across the world.
Today, at age 53, when younger athletes have retired, Kipchoge Keino is still running. What is it that makes the man run?
A visit to Kip's home reveals the secret. The man quickly runs home after every event because he is a father 92 times over. Yes, Kip Keino has 92 children and over 20 grandchildren.
No, the man is not a sexual athlete to match his skills on the track. He and his wife Phyllis just keep kids.
It all started over 30 years ago when Kip, a young police constable, took in 2 abandoned little children, assisted them, as he prefers to say.
Kip married Phyllis, a nurse with a heart for children, in 1972, and together they opened their home to orphaned, abandoned and sick children from all parts of Kenya. To date, Kip and Phyllis have adopted 85 children and had 7 of their own. The Keinos' adopted children are mostly children born to single teenage mothers who leave the rural areas for the bright lights of the city, get pregnant, cannot take care of their children, and so abandon them in the city.
Okay. I answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Today, Kip and Phyllis Keino have transformed their Kazimingi farm, which is Swahili for the farm with a lot of work, into a home where children can feel loved and accepted.
Those kids, they believe and they have that I'm the father and my wife is the mother. All of them, what we have here, we would like to feel that they have the mother and they have the father.
Why did Kip and Phyllis Keino open up their home to these unfortunate children?
I lost my mother when I was young, 3 years old. So I grew up with a lot of problems. My father tried, but a man always in those years, they were not very keen of taking care of the children. I was sent to stay with my grandmother, and I had a very hard life there. I used to sleep even in the trees, sleep with cots or ships. Sometimes I sleep outside. So a child who doesn't have any parents, they live with problems. Their lives are in danger. So if we can assist where possible, I think that's the best.
I like to do it, I love to do it, and I love children, and I'm a nurse by profession. And when I was a student nurse, I developed that love of children because I liked to work in children's wards more than any other ward in the hospital. And I like that.
These kids, they are innocent. They have been thrown in the street. They have been thrown in a dustbin. They have thrown in the forest. And they are innocent. And they are human beings. They are leaders of tomorrow in this country. And if we can do anything to assist the young kids, those who have been thrown to the dustbin, those who are in the street, those, we have reduced the problem, we will reduce the problem of this country. Those who are going to be thieves, those who are going to be, but if we can assist them, they will become a good citizen of this country.
Most of the children we have are abandoned ones, and that's exactly what I wanted to do from the beginning, because there was need for these children in the streets. And the police usually bring them to us, and also the children's department. And also we take care of those orphaned ones, but there are not as many as the abandoned ones we have in this home.
As I understand, and what I feel, is that in this world, our days is very short. We are living in a very short period, and we leave this world with nothing. We came to this world with nothing. We are not going to take anything. And if we can, whatever we have, share with others, I think is the best.
By adopting orphaned and abandoned children, Kip and Phyllis help to solve the problem of street children, which is caused by the breakdown of traditional African societies.
Kip and Phyllis have won recognition for their generosity. In 1987, Kip was named Sportsman of the Year by Sports Illustrated. A trophy was presented to Kip and Phyllis at the White House in recognition of their activities in favor of children. At that time, they had 33 children, Today, the number has risen to 92.
In order to feed their children, Kip and Phyllis grow their own food on Kazi Mingi farm.
These ladies are threshing beans, which form an important part of the Keino children's diet.
Over the years, Kip and Phyllis have managed to raise a herd of goats and cattle, which provide meat and milk for their home. The Keino boys take turns herding the animals.
It is mealtime at the Keinos. After the grace is said, the older children serve the younger ones.
The most painful experience I've had was about one child we lost when she first came to us, and she wasn't feeling very well and she died. And that was the most painful we have ever come across.
Kip's farm is not only self-sufficient in food, it uses environmentally sound energy sources. The Keinos operate a biogas plant, which was donated by some Good Samaritans from Switzerland. Here, the dung from the cows produces gas, which is used to light the house and provide fuel for cooking. This is important since there is no electricity in the area. The residue from the biogas plant is used to fertilize Kip's garden.
Kip says he still runs for his life, but he also prepares for races he may be called upon to run. The opportunity came sooner than expected.
The Keinos had a water problem, no clean drinking water for their farm. It was then that the Rotary Club of Farnham, Wayside, England, in collaboration with the Rotary Club of Eldoret, sponsored a road race in England in which Kip could run and raise funds for a wind-driven water system. Kip ran the race successfully and enough money was raised to acquire this windmill, which provides Kip and his large family with cheap, clean drinking water.
Though Kip and Phyllis Keino receive charitable contributions from Christian churches and other benefactors once in a while, the burden of bringing up and educating the large family lies squarely on their shoulders.
34, 35, 36, 37, 38.
With this in mind, Kip and Phyllis started a sporting goods store and bookshop in Eldoret town, about 10 kilometers from their home. The shop helps to provide funds for feeding and educating the Keino family.
They were afraid of it.
As the number of mouths increase, Kip and Phyllis have to look beyond the sporting goods shop. They also rely on the tea which Kip planted several years ago. The tea leaves are picked daily and sold to a factory for processing. The tea earns the Keinos an average of $200 a month.
This is for cash crop.
Okay.
This is where I get some money to pay for the wages of the workers, also the school fees of the children.
Kip kept running, taking all the obstacles of life in his stride. Soon, he was called upon to run another race.
In 1992, Kip, the vice chairman of the Kenya Olympic Association, led a group of veteran athletes on a 400-kilometer road race from Eldoret to Nairobi in order to raise funds to send Kenya's Olympic team to Barcelona.
As one of the first African athletes to burst onto the international scene, Kip has been an inspiration to generations of Kenyan and African athletes.
Aspiring athletes come to Kip for advice on subjects ranging from running shoes to diet. This led Kip to start a runners' club.
This young lady has come seeking membership in Kip Keino's runners' club. The membership fee is about $2. Kip turns no one away.
Kip also has to run to his ancestral village in the Nandi Hills of Western Kenya.
It is the end of the year, and once again the circumcision season is upon the tribe. All boys aged 12 to 18 from the surrounding villages will be circumcised by the village circumciser without benefit of anesthesia.
The boys wearing skins have just been circumcised. Here, as in most African villages, circumcision marks the passage from childhood to adulthood.
Kip and Phyllis Keino participate in the ceremony because two of their boys have just been circumcised. Like the other mothers, Phyllis Keino congratulates her two boys for facing the circumciser's knife with courage.
This is crucial for the boys because though they were abandoned as children, they are once again part of the community as adults. Kip and Phyllis will not see them for a month and a half because tradition demands that newly circumcised men sleep in the bush until their wounds are healed. Kip and Phyllis have done their parental duty.
Back in Eldoret town, we meet Ngugi Keino, one of the Keino's adopted children. He grew up on Kazi Mingi and was circumcised like the other boys. He has since finished high school and is working with an electrical goods store. He talks about his experiences.
We were around 69 or 70, around there. That was the number of the children that were living at home that time. Actually, we've been having a very nice time at home there. And what I can say, it's a home, you know. Though, okay, you know what it is, but you feel he is your father, she's and Phil is our mom. It's good, the way they treat us, it's very nice. You feel okay, you feel at home, no problem at all.
As the number of children increases, Kip and Phyllis have to build separate houses for the bigger boys and girls.
This is the new home for the bigger Keino boys.
Kip and Phyllis also plan to repair this primary school for their children, as well as for those from neighboring villages.
Though their house is overcrowded, the Keino's doors are still open.
Yet another child has been found abandoned in the streets. An official of the children's department knows exactly where to take him.
Could Kip and Phyllis keep him for a few weeks while the relevant government departments and the police carry out investigations and try to trace his mother?
These kids, they are innocent. They have been thrown in the street. They have been thrown in a dustbin. They have thrown in the forest. And they are innocent. And they are human beings. They are leaders of tomorrow in this country. In this world, our days is very short. We are living in a very short period, and we leave this world with nothing. We came to this world with nothing. We are not going to take anything. And if we can, whatever we have, share with others, I think it's the best.